ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, mamas and mama y'all knows with your ZNS Total Sports. We are live here at Malcolm Park, the site of Game 2 of the Atlantis Basketball League Championships between the Cave and Banquet Impalas and the Uniform Services Sharks, where the first quarter just momentarily wrapped up. The Impalas lead the game 14-11. But for more from this game, a quick check on what's happening around the country. But with the clock ticking down to the World Championships, B3A's President Domingo Archer indicating some serious cost-cutting measures may take place to ensure that athletes get to Doha, but he's emphasizing that he's doing everything in his power to make sure that they get there on time.
If we have to do some cutbacks, it may end up being cutbacks for per diems and that sort of thing. The effort has been a significant one, and I think that we have done all that we could to sensitize the country as well as the Bahamas about how necessary these games are, and that planning is equally necessary moving forward. What we're going to try to do, we will continue to make best effort to keep everyone comfortable. And even if it means that we have to defer payment, we may have to, but we certainly will live to the obligation of making sure that the athletes don't waste their 10 days in Doha without getting some sort of stipend from the Federation. So we will do all that we can.
Yeah, that because of the change in climate, getting acclimated to the surroundings is priority for the athletes.
The definitive cutoff period is Tuesday. I mean, we can't get an athlete there to compete on the weekend much later than that. The acclimatization is a very tough one. It's very, very hot. We're moving into the desert. And so while it's hot in the Bahamas, it's a different kind of heat. And so it's important for us to get the athletes there, to talk about hydration, and to do all of these things necessary for competition.
With the North American Opti Nationals right around the corner, Bahamas Sailing School President Robert Dunkley is emphasizing that the event will be a major boost for the country's tourism sector.
You're looking at the top junior sailors in the world here in Nassau to participate in this. We have participants from New Zealand, from Ireland, throughout North America, South America, some of the Central American countries, and the Caribbean. And Antigua hosted in July the World Championships. They had close to 300, I believe, boats there for that event. And that really is the premier event for the Optimist class. And then second to that would be the North American Championships, the European Championships, and the South American Championships. So this is their number 2, really, event being held, and we're hosting it.
And the new National Sports Authority President Burton Rogers says he's already hit the ground running and met with different local sporting federations to help strengthen their relationships moving forward.
I just had my first meeting with some of the federations yesterday. It was a really good and insightful meeting. The Basketball Federation, the B3As, the Swim Federation. I'm looking forward to meeting the other federations just to get an understanding of where they're at. We know in this time there is financial issues. I'm looking to see how, from an NSA standpoint, that we could address that and bring my private sector relationship and see how we can assist with that going forward. There's some programs that I would like to implement to make sure that, going forward, we don't have some of these issues that we're being faced with today financially.
In the grand scheme, he's also hoping during his tenure to lessen the financial burden of the facility on the government.
I always thought the NSA should be and I think it is, revenue driven. I don't think it should be 100% on the financial burden to the government. I think there's an opportunity here to make it as such. I think it's the facility, although it's a really nice facility, I think there's room to expand on what is already here and to continue what some of the guys before me have attempted to put in place in some of the roads. So I will take my capitalistic hat, put it on, and see how I can implement some of the things that I've been thinking of.
In basketball news, while this school has been known to produce some of the country's best basketball players in recent years, we stopped by a late-night practice session held by Noble Preparatory Academy, where head coach Gino Bullard says they are getting ready for the upcoming season.
Every day after school, because our school gets out actually at 6:15, so we practice in the evenings from 6:30 to 9, and we're just conditioning right now, getting ready to actually cut the team and start our platform for this year's academic year and also our sporting calendar. So right now, we just have a lot of guys out here who trying to actually make our varsity team. It's looking pretty good. The guys are really working hard, and we're looking real forward to the upcoming school year as far as what we're willing to do with our basketball program.
Now, as for what's on their immediate schedule.
We travel to Toronto and throughout the Canada landscape very intensely over a lot of years. So we have some tournaments that we have lined up to travel to and attend there. And we also have something that's on our agenda for March. Still working out some details of it, so really can't release it yet. But it's going to be a very big international trip for us. And we're just looking to just give our guys, a taste of international competition, because we really feed our students into one of our local colleges in Canada, which is Niagara College. And we've had a tremendous amount of success over the years with our players coming directly from our postgraduate program and also our 12th grade program that were Rookie of the Years, MVPs, and we also have the ranking right now reigning Canadian Player of the Year for the OACC division. So our program is very good, it's very successful thus far, and we're looking to expand it. Like I said, in March, we will be traveling and doing a huge tournament. Just waiting to cut the team so we could actually release that information.
In softball news, the UB Mingoes softball team lost to the Lady Warriors 19-4 earlier this week in an inconsequential game in MPSA action. The game did not impact the standings heading into the playoffs that start later this week. The Mingoes did not play many of their starters and tried few new combinations on the field as the season comes to an end. The team says they are looking forward to making an impact when the playoffs start. They'll have a daunting task ahead of them as they face the defending champions, Sunshine or the Wildcats.
A lot of our players who are usually our starters, they didn't play tonight. Several practices that we have had prior to this game, they appear ready. So I kind of held them out tonight so that they don't get injured. In terms of the game tonight, we had quite a number of young players playing the game tonight. Yes, we had some miscues, but I also had some bright spots on the field as well as batting. To
pull off a win, we need more communication, more teamwork. We have good chemistry, so all we need is more communication on the field and encouragement.
We feel pretty confident going into the playoffs. It's, an opportunity for us to experience more and play more games for the regular season, and it's a great opportunity because it's our first time getting into playoffs.
I need to just push them more, encourage them more. Even when they're down, just lift them up and tell them it's okay, we're going to be all right, and let's just have fun.
Most certainly, we need to be on our A game on all aspects of the game. Playing the Wildcats, which, like I said, early in the season, they're one of the better teams in the league. So we got to pitch well, we got to play good defense, we got to hit the ball, we got to run well. So in all aspects of the game, we have to bring our A game. Because trust me, the Wildcats, there's no pushover, none at all.